Hello, welcome to another vlog episode about where I've been talking about living with anxiety and stuff. I didn't post a video yesterday as I said I would. The day before I made a comment that I would post a video with one of my hobbies I do that helps keep my mind occupied and helps deal with the anxiety a little bit. It clears my mind of all thoughts, so therefore I'm not thinking about things, and usually I'm more relaxed while doing this hobby, but just got a little sidetracked yesterday. As you can see in the video before, I made a comment about wanting to get the Christmas tree up. Wife and I got that taken care of, and had my son today, so did stuff with him till he had to go home and stuff. So now I'm recording this video, and what I'm going to share with you hobby wise that I do that helps me deal with my anxiety a little bit. What works for me isn't going to work for everybody else, but I have learned from all the years of counseling, if you can find one thing to work on to be able to focus and concentrate on it versus letting your mind wander and ramble about things, it's helpful and something I picked up years ago. I'm not any good at it. It's just one of many things that I do is guitar. I mess with guitar. This one's not really set up very well. I just picked it up in a trade today. It is a Fender Parts Caster. I plan on doing some work with it, and I might even share in some videos some of the stuff of how I'm working on it and what I do to it or with it while I do it. But my hobby, one of my many hobbies I have, is I collect and work on guitars. I do some work on guitars on the side to earn some income, but it started out primarily me just doing it for myself to make either cheaper guitars better, or even some of my high-end guitars I'm not happy with the tones, so I'll change things around, work on them, do setups. Like I said, I just picked this one up today in a trade, so it's not set up very well, but it mimics and replicates a vintage Strat. It's got the reverse headstock on it with the Fender on it. Kind of looks like a vintage Hendrix slash Malmsteen, for anybody that may or may not know who that is. But for me, guitars really helped a lot. Like I said, I'm not very good at it, but I sit around when I've got a lot on my mind and just pick around on it. You don't have to be great at what you do for a hobby, as long as it helps you with what you're concentrating on and or trying to not concentrate on, as long as you enjoy it. And for me, it's been a love-hate. I enjoy it. I wish I was much better. For as many years as I've played, I feel like I should be better, but I've never had any formal lessons. I recommend anybody trying to play today, if guitar is something that you're taking up, check around your local music shops. Look for ads in the paper for those that may be giving out guitar lessons and look into seeking lessons. Mine was, I started out with this thing called tablature with guitar years ago, and I get bored reading very easily, so that didn't work because you got to read to do tabs. So then I learned how to just listen to stuff and pick things out by ear, which is a good ability to have, but it's also bad because sometimes it can take me longer to learn things that way, or I might not learn it all the way through. But But yeah, this is what I do to kill time when I'm Sometimes I'm feeling anxious, I just pick up the guitar. So, whether it be music, I know some people do things like puzzles, or mess with electronics, build computers, gaming. That's something I'll get into later on. I do some gaming. When I've made comments about how I don't sleep a lot of times at night, and on the nights that I can't sleep, that's what I do. I sit down and game. It's probably not the best thing that I should be doing when I can't sleep, but it keeps me occupied. It keeps my mind from wandering off into bad places. I play a few different games on PC. I don't do much console gaming. My son does. I don't. But maybe one of these evenings when I'm just not able to sleep and having a rough time, maybe I'll just record some of the gaming I do and just share what I'm going through and how I'm feeling. Today's been a pretty good day for me. Very low stress day, thankfully. Getting the Christmas tree up yesterday was a big relief in my mind. We got plenty of time before Christmas, but it was still bothering me that it wasn't up. Other than that, really not much going on. Like I said, spent the day with my son today. Our cats haven't demolished the trees yet, which is good. We've got one cat that has now decided to live in a box that some of the Christmas ornaments are in. I don't know what his deal is. He comes out when he wants to eat and then he goes back in the box, but as long as he's staying out of the tree, that's fine with me. I don't have to stress and worry about that. Like I said, this is one of my hobbies. I don't play it very good, but I enjoy it, and you don't have to be good at the things that you do if it brings enjoyment to you. Don't ever let anybody make you feel like you have to be better at something, or that you shouldn't do it if you're not good at it. Practice makes perfect with everything, and it doesn't matter what you're doing. No one's perfect at anything that they do. There's always going to be a flaw or some aspect of what you're doing that you could always be better at. So there's never perfection. So don't let other people's negativity bring you down on whatever you may be doing. I mean, I'm a 250 plus pound man, and if doing cartwheels is what made me happy, they wouldn't be pretty, but I would do them, and I don't care what anybody would think. I would still do them if that's what made me happy in life, to do them. But thankfully for me and other people around, that's not what makes me happy, so I don't do cartwheels. I just hope everybody's mind and spirit is in the right place with the holidays coming up. If anybody needs anybody to talk to with the holidays coming up, if you're feeling down or whatever, please message me. I've helped plenty of friends in the past, and there's been a time or two I've had to reach out where I've struggled. Like I mentioned in the other day video, it's not always the easiest time of the year for people. So if anybody needs anything, feel free to send me a message. I promise you I will respond. If you happen to be a friend of mine on Facebook, you can message me through Facebook if you want to, or if you want to do it through email, that's fine. And if you need someone to talk to on a personal level, just to hear someone's voice, I have no problems. I've got a second phone. I'll give that number to anybody that may want to call if they want to. Just as long as you're not calling me at 4 o'clock in the morning to ask me if my refrigerator's running, because then I'm going to tell you no, because I don't want to have to go chase it. So until the next video, hope everybody can stay positive. Thank you for watching my video, and thank you for those that have been supporting these videos. To a lot of people, these aren't making sense yet. If you follow me and stick with it, I think in the end it's going to make sense to more people as they watch and learn what I'm going through, my daily life, the daily struggles, because there's a lot of people out there like me, and you'll never know, because a lot of people are just ashamed to talk about it. I won't mention anybody's name, but after the flood, I had help from a guy who was dealing with some anxiety, and had he not told me that he was dealing with it, I would have never known. And I'm someone that deals with it myself. So until then, enjoy. If I don't post any videos over the weekend, I don't know how it's going to go. I've got my son coming down tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to record videos on the weekends that he's with me. I may or may not. But if I don't, I hope you all have a good weekend. And if I do post videos, then I'll be posting them and sharing them.